Money in the Bank is July 15th, and that's pretty much almost a week or two away. And right now they're starting to push up the card even more. And we'll get to that really quickly because there's only barely a few updates this week because SmackDown was tonight with the Great American Bash, one of the greatest pay-per-views of all time, but made into a clusterfuck. But they made it interesting. And I'll get to that in a little bit. But first, business is business. First of all, we have the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. It's Sheamus and Del Rio once again. And, honestly, I didn't have any interest in this match. This match has been done before, but several times. But because of the whole Great American Bash angle, you had an Irishman and a Mexican. You knew something was going to go down, and Sheamus actually got beaten down to the point where he was bashed with a car. I don't know if you would call that a drive-by or what tonight on SmackDown, but that was really, really bad. And that costly took him out of the Battle Royal for the Great American Bash. We'll get to that in a little bit. But to be honest, 2 weeks away, something like that, you don't see people come out of that often, so which I'm going to say that Del Rio becomes the world champion only because of the Money in the Bank ladder match for that title. And he might get, I don't know, they might see him cash it in the same night, I don't know. But, speaking of that Money in the Bank ladder match, there were new additions to that Money in the Bank ladder match, which were, I think, 2 of them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And those 2 are, and I'll get to those 2, because we already went for the other 5 last time. And see how I feel with them. So far, the match is Dolph Ziggler, Christian, Intercontinental Champion Christian, Tensai, United States Champion Santino Marella, Damian Sandow, Tyson Kidd, and now Cody Rhodes. The 2 people that were added, obviously, were Rhodes and Ziggler. So I'll get to them very quickly. Dolph Ziggler has been ladder matches before, but with this Money in the Bank ladder match in the wings, I honestly think they need to push Dolph Ziggler. They need to push Dolph Ziggler, give him a world title. Because the man has all the talent, all the skills, everything to do in the WWE. All he has to do is maybe even get an Intercontinental title run. I don't know what he has to do to get the creative side out here. All I know is Dolph Ziggler needs that world title. But on the other side of the coin, Cody Rhodes would do great in a Money in the Bank ladder match. Cody Rhodes, the son of the American Dream, like father, like son. If he wins this match, he could be a world champion. And as a matter of fact, he deserves to be a world champion. And with thinking of Cody Rhodes' career, from dashing to undashing to dashing once again, the dashing one needs gold. He may not be able to pull off an Ultimate Warrior, but, like he said in the past, and to think about it, most of these people, and it took me this long to realize it, most of them were in the Money in the Bank ladder match. But most of them were also in earlier this year's Elimination Chamber. And when I say that, you have Santino, I think you had Christian in there, you had Ziggler, you had Cody Rhodes. But in this match, you do not have a pod separating each other. You are not trapped in 2 miles of chain and steel and anything else in between. This is a ladder, and destiny. And all these men, most of them have never been in a ladder match, let alone a Money in the Bank ladder match. So these people are going to do great. And no matter what happens, we will have a new world champion in any of these great people. Now, even though this match was already made just this past week, just these past 2 days, you had AJ Lee play the mind games with Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. To the point where on Raw, AJ put both of them through a table. At first, I actually thought that AJ was going to put herself through the table. But that was not to be, as Daniel Bryan pleaded her not to jump. Because basically she was going to jump on the fucking table. Which I would have enjoyed seeing, because that would have been a holy shit moment. But what even made a better moment was CM Punk trying to stop her. She kissed him, pushed him through with Daniel Bryan, both of them went for the table. And tonight on Raw, on SmackDown, both of these men got a kiss. She's playing the mind games to the point I thought she was going to be in the Battle Royal tonight and win and somehow be the general manager for SmackDown. That would have been a great angle. Of course, WWE is stupid not to do that. But they already have the storyline going perfectly to make the women's wrestling great. And more importantly, to make AJ one of the most controversial figures in all of WWE. And that's what you need at this point to even revitalize the women's division. And really, what can you do next? That's why I was thinking maybe AJ could have ran SmackDown, won the Battle Royal. Because the winner of the Battle Royal was Zack Ryder. And I don't know if that means for Raw. They said just SmackDown, but I'm not sure. Maybe the general manager is already there for Raw. I don't know who it is. I don't care. Because all I know is Money in the Bank is July 15th. And that is going to be one of the greatest nights in this sport.